Last time we moved just that little bit closer to the finishing line. The question is, today, can we cross that finishing line and get promoted to the Football League? Hello, and it's a very warm welcome to episode 60 of From the Bottom to the Top, as we try and take a National League South side, in this case Weymouth, from the bottom all the way up to the top. And this is our journey. My name's Mark, and on today's episode we have for you two games. First up, Boston United at Boston United, one of our thorns in the side of the season so far, in the Vanarama National League, match day 43. And then we welcome Scunthrope to the Bob Lucas in the Vanarama National League, match day 44, as we approach the end of the season. And of course, today we do hope that we will cross that finishing line and get promoted to the Football League. We'll have a look at the whys and wherefores and what we need in order to do it in just a few moments' time. But if you do enjoy today's episode, leave me that big thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification button, leave me a comment. It all helps here on YouTube. It also means that you can keep up to date with everything that's going on here on the channel. And the other way of doing it is follow me on X at JustOffsideFM. That's the way to keep up to date. New series coming up very, very shortly on the channel, as our other series, Irons in the Fire, has come to a conclusion. And you can catch up with that by looking for the playlist on the channel. And as I said, new series coming up, and that will be announced on Thursday. So look out for that. And lots more going on, because things are starting to move with Football Manager 25. And we'll be bringing you up to date as stuff comes out on that one. Plus, we're looking at doing a few other things, possibly some tactics, and also a bit about fake shirts. So if you're into football shirts, want to know a bit more about it, stay tuned to the channel and we'll try and keep it all covered for you. Right, well, let's get into the episode and what we need to do. Today, we have, of course, got to get across that finishing line, as we mentioned it a couple of times already. And what do we need to do? Well, everybody's pretty much played 42 games. The odd team played 43, which means that as it stands, there are 4 matches left to play. 3 fours, 3 points for a win, of course. 3 fours are 12, which means that Oldham Athletic in third place can only get 92 points. They can't catch us. So it is a straight run now between us and Halifax Town. Halifax Town can get 12 points on 85, 97 points. We are on 94, which means we need 3 points. 3 points to be in a position, depending on how Halifax Town do, of course. If they draw a game, that will give us a very big advantage. If they win today and we win today, they can't theoretically catch us. We've got a slightly better goal difference, but it's still mathematically not possible. So we will need a point from our second game. So it's all down to what happens today in the games. Right, this is the fixture list for today. We're playing Boston United, as you well know, and it could be the one that gets us across the finishing line. Halifax Town are away to our next opponents. They seem to be one game in front of us, seem to be tracking them. They play Scunthrope at Scunthrope today, so we'll see how that prevails. And of course, as I said, if they should slip up in any way against Scunthrope, then as long as we can beat Boston United, we will be crowned champions after the first match. Either way, 4 points from our 2 games today should guarantee us that promotion as well, because, as I said, they can only get 97 points as it stands, and 3 points would do it. 4 points would mean they definitely cannot catch us in any manner, shape or form. We are on the 3rd of April. Teams have started to release players, and we've brought a few in on trial as it is. If we have a quick look list down, we've brought in Denon Hendry. His picture seems to have disappeared. I'm not quite sure what's gone on here. Try and sort it later. Denon Hendry, yeah, he's in from Arsenal. He's on trial with us for 3 weeks. We'll see what he's the best of the pick, to be fair. George Tullett, he's a defensive central defender, defensive midfielder. He has come in. Again, no picture for him. We'll sort that out. Where are we? That's what I wanted, actually. Yeah, he's coming from Tottenham. And finally, I think we've brought in 3, if my memory serves me right. Thomas Holtz. He's German. And Thomas has been released by Tottenham again. But he's another central defender, defensive midfielder. But he's quite low down in the pecking order. But does have potential. So it is possible that what we will look doing is maybe taking these guys on, especially if we can get them for freebies, depending on how much they're demanding wages-wise. And that could give us impetus going into the new season if we get promoted. We'll see. Denon Hendry, as I say, can play down that right-hand side, defensive midfielder, right way through to midfield. And George Tullett, he can play central defence or defensive midfielder. And then Denon Hendry, he can play, that's the one we just looked at, Mark. We was looking at Thomas Holtz, weren't we? He can play down the left-hand side, can also play on the right. And we always said that we could do with a player that can play on both sides. Maybe, just maybe, he's the one. We will see. Quick look at the injury list. Jaden Wareham, of course, out for the rest of the season. He's not going to be back anytime soon. But Glory Nzingo could be back for the last game of the season if we need him. Travis Patterson is back after a bruised ankle, and Bryn Morris is back after a bruised shin. So both those are free to play today. Not played anybody since you were last with us. A 7-2 win against Chester. A 1-0 win against Guiseley. Put us into the position that we have had today. We've had a team meeting. We've said to the boys, come on, get us across the line today. It's all down to what Halifax Town do. And all we can do is just do our bit. 2 wins out of 2 games would be rather splendid. But Boston United, as I said earlier, have been a complete thorn in our side this season. We played them back in November, beat them at our place 3-0, and we thought we had the better of them. But when they came to the Bob Lucas in the FA Cup second round, it was a 3-3 draw on that occasion. Gasper Peters and James Jones giving us 3 goals. But they took a lead after 2 minutes through Quigley. Gasper equalised. Then we took the lead through Amika Peters. But Musa equalised. And then it was Joe Quigley again giving Boston the lead. But James Jones, as I said, getting us back level on 46 minutes. And that is how it stayed. And then we lost to them in extra time. Musa, after 106 minutes, after Charlie Goodwin had scored a hat-trick against us on that occasion. Complete pain. Then Zingo, Peters and Solanke, the scorers for us on that particular day. But we got done, really, because we were 3-2 up. Godwin getting his hat-trick right on time, and then Musa 6 minutes into 16 minutes into the extra time, giving Boston the win, knocked us out of the cup today. We need to get a little bit of a revenge. The only thing is, it is at Boston for today's game, so that we play at the Community Stadium in Boston. Can we go and get a win? We need those 3 points to put us on the right trajectory, and let's go and do it and have a look at the team that will face Boston United. And here is the team that faces Boston United at the Community Stadium in Boston. It's Roan in goal, Candlish, Blythe, Grante and Holman coming back. Hewlett, Stevens and Braley in midfield. Abdul Malik is behind Cooper and Jones up front. Jones coming back from international duty. Holman, I think, has come back from suspension. I can't remember if he was out because he was suspended last time or not, but he is back. And then on the bench, we have Will Armitage, Linton, Bolton, Gasper and Mika Peters. And here we are at the Community Stadium in Boston. They've lost 4 of their last 5, drawn the other one. Playing a 4-4-2 today. And we've won our last 3 games, lost 1 and drawn 1 of the other 2 games. We are top on 94. Halifax Town second on 85. Boston 18th on 47. 3 points could see us promoted to the Premier League. I wish. First highlight for nearly 5 minutes in. That ball through. Blythe tidying up. No, promotion to the Football League is where we would be going. That one shot for by Roan. It's brought down. Jones flicks it on, but nobody there. Wickens in goal. The man who did the damage to us last time, Godwin, is on the bench today. That's through for Plange, but Plange not getting there. Garante to Stevens. Stevens to Abdul Malik. Abdul Malik to Cooper. Cooper puts it away. And on 6 minutes, we take a lead. And Cam Cooper is back to his best. A well-worked ball. Stevens providing the ball for Abdul Malik. Abdul Malik flicked it through. Cooper stayed onside. Got himself in a position and beat Wickens. Roan with a free kick to Stevens. Stevens to Hewlett. 2 boys from Bournemouth. Abdul Malik. Hewlett. In fact, Hewlett isn't from Bournemouth, is he? So Cooper's going to get that, but Wickens had to come out. And he's made a right howler. Hewlett, what can Hewlett do there? He's into the area. Hewlett on his own. He's had to go, but it's straight into the arms of Wickens. Blythe with a free kick. 32 minutes on the clock now to Cooper, who's come deep. Garante. Braley to Abdul Malik. Abdul Malik has Stevens there. Referee nearly getting in the way. Stevens, he's going to have a go on his own, but he's not. He's put that too high. 46 minutes on the clock. Roan with a goal kick. Garante out to Holman. Holman back to Garante. Halifax Town are leading in their game by a 1-0. Jones. Oh, tried to get that through to Cooper, but it was a bit poor in the end. And they come forward. And we want to try and stop them before half-time. We don't want to go back in 1-1 at half-time. That would not be good. Ramirez down this wing. Nelson. And Candlish is out there. He's inside of Ramirez. Ramirez now. Is he going to have a shot? No, he's crossed it into. And it's goal. And Luke Plange gets them level right on the stroke of half-time. 3 minutes of added time. 48th minute. And they are level. And half-time has arrived, and they caught us in play there. Luke Plange, Ramirez putting it in for him right on the stroke, and that'll put tails up. 9 shots, 4 on target, 1.18, and 87% of the possession. 57% of the possession. For us, Boston have had 7 shots, 3 on target, 0.95 and 43% of the possession. They continue to be formatively our thorn in the side. And as it stands at the minute, I think Halifax Town are closing the gap on us. They made 1 change at half-time. Ramirez is off. Quinn is on. And 49 minutes on the clock, and they're on the attack again. Johnson. Plange. Oh, my giddy aunt. And Luke Plange puts Boston in the lead for the first time with a daisy cutter that Roan should have saved. And, well, New goalkeeper. Ah, dearie me. And the changes being made on 62 minutes. We're doing 2 of them. We have taken off Callum Hewlett, having a poor day, and brought on Luigi Gaspar. And we've also taken off James Jones, who's having a poor day coming back from international duty. And Mika Peters takes his place, but Cooper moving to the right of that attack. And on 80 minutes, making our final change, we have taken off Ben Blythe and brought on Will Armitage. Roan with a goal kick, Candlish. Oh, he's given the ball away. And Garante, he's on a yellow card. He's going to get sent off. And we're down to 10 men. Right on time. In fact, overtime. And it's all over. We've lost. Not even picked up a point. And the gap has been closed. And it could well be that we are not going to get promoted, boys and girls. 12 shots, 4 on target, 1.09. 44% of the possession for Boston. We've had 12 shots, 6 on target, 1.44, and 56% of the possession, and a boatload of yellow cards. I count 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, including Jake Garante's double and getting sent off. So all in all, we got a little bit of annoyance crept in there, and we picked up yellow cards for it. But to capitulate, having been a goal in the front after 6 minutes, I'm disappointed, to say the least. And so Boston continue to be that thorn in our side. Halifax Town beating Scunthorpe by 2-0. Kiefer Moore and Thierry Neves, the scorers. They close the gap to just 6 points. With 3 games to play, we still need those 3 points. The most that they can get, of course, is 9. They can still get 97. We need to get to 97. We need 3 points in this next game, without any shadow of a doubt. And even then, it's not foregone conclusion, as the goal difference is exactly the same as ours now. So we are in a little bit desperation right now. We'll be back right ahead of that game against Scunthrope United. Let's hope we can go and get 3 points. And so here we are at match day. Scunthorpe are our opponents in our penultimate home game. They need to pick up points to ensure a promotion playoff place. So they will be going all out for the win. Back at the Bob Lucas, of course. Previously, we played Scunthorpe 3 times. Beat them 3-0 at the 3-1 at the Bob Lucas last season. We beat them 3-1 back in April at their place, and then a 1-1 draw against them this season at their place in Zingo, and Bolton getting the an own goal after just 2 minutes. And what a bizarre own goal it was too. We're not going to look at it again because it's a bit ominous. So not lost to them yet. Let's hope today isn't the day. Halifax Town, of course, we need to make sure all we need to do is concentrate on our 3 points, basically. Anything less than that is just simply no good. Halifax Town are at home to Eastleigh, our next opponents, of course. And we still need 4 points from the remaining 3 games. 3 points today would go a long way towards that, and that is what we need to achieve. Let's go and have a look at the team that will face Scunthorpe in this must-win game. And here is the team that will face Scunthorpe in this Vanarama National League Matchday 44, a home game. our penultimate home game, a game we need to win in order to really put ourselves right on the edge. Another loss today, and if Halifax, which we assume that they will win because they are on a rich vein of form, and we need to make sure that we are in a position, if they close that gap down to 1 point, which they will do, if they win today. I don't think it is. I think they 6 points in front of us. 6 points behind us. Close it down to 3 points. We are in trouble. We need to get that win today. Roan in goal. Linton, Blythe, Armitage and Holman. Our defensive line. Hewlett is sat in a defensive midfielder role behind Patterson and Stevens. Abdul Malik is sat behind Peters and Cooper. And we have Ransom, Candlish, Bolton, Brayley and Jones on the bench. Here we are back at the Bob Lucas, and our form doesn't look any different. Except we lost that last game, and really annoying. Scunthrope have lost their last 2 and won the previous 3. They're playing a 4-2-3-1 today. We are top on 94 points. Scunthrope are 6th on 71 points. Linton with the corner. 4 minutes on the clock. It's swung in. It's deep. And it's Will Armitage. 9th goal of the season. And we take the lead on 5 minutes. But we've been there before, boys and girls. We've been there before. We won't count any chickens before they're completely hatched. But Will Armitage is doing what Will Armitage does well. 16 minutes on the clock. Holman with a throw in. To Cooper. Back to Holman. Hewlett now. Patterson. He's going on his own here. He's going to have a go. And it's over the top. Free kick just inside the centre circle. Half an hour on the clock. Patterson with the free kick. Chips it in. It's pulled out. Hewlett. Patterson. Stevens. It was blocked. Abdul Malik. Tidies up though. Armitage. Holman. Holman's going on a bit of a run. What's he going to do? Is he going to try and skin his player? He's not. He's pushed it into Abdul Al-Malik. And it's in. Peters turns, tries a shot. And it's blocked again. Armitage. And I think it's gone. The chance has gone. Abdul Malik. Stevens. Peters. Oh, blocked. Roan with the goal kick to Armitage. Armitage out to Holman. Holman comes forward. Holman has Stevens inside him. Stevens, referee getting in the way. Patterson. What's Patterson going to do with this? He's giving the ball away. Blythe cuts that out. Stevens. But he's not got control of that ball. Tries to win it back. Golding out to Dugmore. 38 on the clock now. Peters gets a foot in, but they keep possession. Again, to cross it in. And a penalty. Well, there you go. Roan, can he make a name for himself? No, can't. Back to the drawing board. Another corner. Linton with the corner. Swung in. Armitage again. And he gets the 10th goal. Puts us back in front on 48 minutes. 2-1. And goodness me, I was in despair just moments ago. And Linton doing it this time near post. And that was the last highlight of that first half. We've got our noses in front again. No more than we deserved. But to be frank, giving away penalties is not the done thing. 7 shots, 3 on target, 1.05, 65% of the possession against their 3 shots, just the 1 on target, 0.83 and 35% of the possession. Noses in front. We need to keep it there. 52 minutes on the clock. Kelly with a throw in. They made one change at half time. Poulter on for West, and there is Poulter, but he's headed through to Roan. Roan with the ball. Looks like he's going to launch this. Then he's going to roll it out to Blythe. Blythe. Stevens through to Holman. Holman comes forward. Holman inside. And it's run through. Cooper is brought down. And I think they may about to have a player sent off. We have a free kick. Golding is sent off. And they've made a change as well. Abdul Malik to Cooper. Cooper's wide. And with 54 minutes on the clock, we're going to make it a one change. Amika Peters not having a good day. He's come off. We have brought on Ethan Braley in midfield for him. But what we've done is move Stevens up into that attacking playmaker role. Abdul Malik moves forward alongside Cam Cooper up front as we go in search of a third goal to give us a bit of a cushion. Linton with a free kick. 57 minutes on the clock. Patterson to Braley. Braley through to Patterson. Patterson in the area. Patterson puts it away. Second goal of the season. And on 58 minutes, we take a 2-goal lead and a little bit of a cushion. We won't again count our chickens, but this is a little bit more like it. Patterson, nice ball. Put it away. 61 on the clock. Dugmore with a throw in. Dobson back to the goalkeeper. Out to Kelly. And they are coming on a bit of a counter. Gent. Through to Poulter. Poulter has a shot and Roan saves it. What a save. Roan has done well. 68 minutes on the clock. They have a throw in. Dugmore taking it. Braley gets the ball into midfield. Braley now. Braley through to Cooper. Cooper, what's he going to do with this? Cooper holds the ball up. He's back to Hewlett. Braley turns on the ball. Just over the top. And with 75 minutes on the clock, making our final two changes. Abdul Malik has come off. We've replaced him with James Jones up front. Cooper moving over to the left. And our final change is we've taken off Hewlett. Callum Hewlett had a good game, but he's tiring. And we've replaced him with Elliot Bolton. 78 on the clock. Linton with a throw-in on that far side to Patterson. Linton, Bolton to Braley. Braley moves into the area. Braley has a shot to come back off the post. And they clear it upfield. But Bolton is there. It's headed down. Stevens, it's still alive. Holman. Not seen too much of him today. Holman crosses it deep. Looking for Jones, but it's headed out for a corner. Braley, 92 minutes. This isn't the corner that we saw in the last highlight. 6 minutes of added time. It's headed headed back out. Braley always had a go on his own and puts it wide again. 93 on the clock. Third of 6 minutes. Cooper back to Armitage. Bolton finds Patterson. Patterson to Jones. And Jones puts it away. 18th goal of the season. And on 94 minutes, we make a 4-1 lead. And we have got 3 points that we need. And it's all down to what Halifax are doing while we're not watching them. What has gone on there, we will see shortly. Jones puts it away. And goodness me, question whether he was offside or not. When that ball was played, no. Just managed to stay on. It's all over. And we are champions! That tells you what's happened to Halifax. They've either lost or drawn. And we have won. We are promoted to the Football League. Goodness me. I didn't think we were going to do it. And we pick up the trophy at home. What a way to do it. And after the despondency of the game against Boston, there have been a thorn in our side this season. The good news is we won't have to play them next season. And, well, there you go. We need to find the finer detail, and we will do that very, very shortly for you. But confirmation, we are champions. It suggests Halifax possibly have lost. Anyway, it's a 4-1 win. Will Armitage getting player of the match. 2 goals. He's 2 headers from goal, from corners. Both supplied by Linton, I think. It was Josiah Linton. Did very, very well there. Stats-wise, not a fantastic day. 18 shots, only 5 on target, but we put 4 of them away, which we'll take that. I'll any day could be low on target if we put them away. 2.31 on the XG, 61% of the possession. They had 9 shots, 6 on target, 1.30, and 39% of the possession. Travis Patterson having a great game as well. 2 key passes, 1 clear-cut chance, 1 assist, and a goal. He really did have a good day at the office, alongside Charlie Stevens, who also played very, very well. Let's go and have a look and see what happened to Halifax. And so here we are, the results that confirm us as champions of the National League. 97 points with 6 points available. Halifax Town have only managed to draw against Eastleigh. They were a goal to good at half-time. But straight after half-time, Essen for Eastleigh getting the equaliser, which has promoted us as champions. And, that is a great result. They can only get 95 points now, as it is. So we are champions by 2 points at the very least. That's how it is all stacked up down the other end. Solihull Moors losing 5-1 to Oldham Athletic has sunk them even further into the quag down the bottom there. They have to do something dramatic in the remaining 2 games in order to pull themselves out. Torquay United, a 1-1 draw against York, adds another point to their mission to remain in the league. Gateshead have been relegated, as we know. Eastleigh with 6 points, also relegated, which means it's between Solihull Moors and Torquay United for who's going to be the 4th one to go down. It's looking awfully like Solihull Moors, who were very high up in the table early in the season, but have slipped away as the season has progressed. Boston lost their last 2 games on the trot after they beat us. Just don't like us, I think, is the bottom chalk of that. A quick look in the thing, because we have some news. Weymouth win the National League title. Look back at great wins, but it is a win. We are in the Football League next season. National League clinch Vanarama National League. We'll come to that in a moment. Board request a meeting to discuss potentially turning professional. That's what we wanted. We believe this is to be something that may help the club's long-term strategy for success, and we will value your input. We will go into that meeting. I'll let you know what happens next time round. The board have set initial wage budget for next season of £29,000. We are currently on about 19 there or thereabouts. So they've given us an extra 10,000 for next season. That is very kind of them. Thank you very much. Best ever National League finish with 2 matches still to play. And what else have we got here? Ball delighted with National League win. I've been offered a new contract. What's the contract? You are kidding me. They're going to offer me £875, boys and girls. Let's have a quick look and see what my current contract is. 700. They offer me another £100 a week. I've just gotten promoted to the Football League for. Dearie me, what is going on? I think we'll have a look and see if there's any other teams that want to take me on, isn't there? I know that's not the premise of this particular type save, but to be honest, if you're only going to offer me £100 and we've been promoted, you can go and do one. Deary me, that is poor. Very poor. We'll see what we can negotiate. I'll let you know next time round. Anyway, that is it for today's episode. We're going to come back for our final 2 games of the season, see if we can break some records, etc., 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 and obviously round up on all the good news and look at the details of my new contract and turning professional, things like that. Eastleigh and Altrincham in the next episode. Final 2 games of the season. Eastleigh currently 22nd. Altrincham are 15th. Hopefully we can pick up another 6 points. That would be rather nice. But as we know, like today, it's never easy. Well, I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. It was a bit of a dampener. Thought we were going to blow up in the first game, but we managed to get over the line in the second game just when Halifax slipped up as well. And if you've enjoyed today's episode, leave me back that big thumbs up. Subscribe, hit the notification button. That keeps you up to date with all future episodes of Bottom to the Top and our other series, Irons in the Fire, as they are released. And new episodes of Bottom to the Top will be released every Tuesday and Friday at 4:15 p.m. And the best way of keeping up to date with what's happening on this channel is to follow me on X at JustOffsideFM. Well, there you go. We'll be back on Friday for episode 61, final 2 games of the season, which means next week we will have a end of season review transfer special as we prepare to play in League 2 next season and all that goes with it. Join me on Friday. Till then, bye-bye.